Oskarja. To je dosti velika čast. Jaz verjamem, da ste vsi že te dogodke, vse spinansko nabito, v tej sezoni vrstijo, da vsi naprej napovedali, scenarije napisali že pred mesti in da je zdaj sledimo to pot. Torej, smo zelo veseli, da ste prozvoli, da bomo tekmo tedna v Euroligi, v tej prekrasni dvorani. Obenem kot direktor kluba tudi upam se že na dober rezultat, na srečen konc tega. In to je vse. Še enkrat pa seveda, če še en spod je že bi prišel tukaj, je rado tukaj. Pač zadeve grejo svojo pot in eno od menikov takih poti je tudi to.
Hvala, Janez. Mr. Želdik, you can address the press. So, good afternoon and thank you for coming. We are extremely happy to be here in Ljubljana with our friends from our club, from Olimpia Ljubljana, a club that is doing an excellent job, not only in the court, also out of the court. So it's a great satisfaction for us being here. Also with our friends, with the Adriatic League, with my friend Rado. You know that with the Adriatic League we have enjoyed and we are enjoying a close cooperation since the very beginning. We share philosophy, we share many things, and I think that we both start together and we are trying together make our game better and better. And of course it's a special satisfaction to be here in this building. It's great for the EuroLeague to see how the teams are following the policy that from the EuroLeague we are trying to implement in our clubs to move to the bigger arenas. The decision made by the club, thanks the efforts of the municipality, that I want also to thank the municipality and everybody involved in the building of this arena, will allow the club to grow in many senses. It's good for the clubs because the club will be able to offer the fans a better services with this unbelievable team. It's good for the club because they will be able to increase the income and to have a more stable budget and financial situation. It's not only for Olimpia Ljubljana, it's a principle for everybody. That's why we are trying to convince the clubs. And so far it has been successful because many clubs are moving to the bigger arenas. This is a new brand. It's unbelievable. So I want to say that I have a very short time to visit the gym, but I am really impressed of the quality of the gym. And I hope in the future we can make an agreement to host some EuroLeague events here. And by the way, I take advantage of the situation to congratulate the Slovenian basketball, since yesterday it was announced that Slovenia will host the Eurobasket in 2013. This season is a very special one for us because we have two main projects. First of all, the fact that we have a new partner, the Turkish airline EuroLeague. It's a new name of the competition, which is a signal, or something that proves how the league has been growing the last years. Today, the league is prepared to join the name to a company, a big company, a very important company, to help them to increase their awareness, to increase their business, and at the same time they are helping us to help our clubs, not only from the financial point of view, but also in order to expand the promotion of the league worldwide. And the second is exactly what we are celebrating today here, the Game of the Week. The Game of the Week, it's a new concept that we launched this year, and it's based on the fact that we want to show not only in Slovenia or in Italy in this game tonight. We want to show the best game of each week worldwide. So I am glad to announce that today this game will be in almost 120 countries, which is the first time that that's happening in Slovenia, which is very good for basketball. It's very good for the clubs, for both clubs, and I think will help the European basketball in order to be to be more present worldwide, to show the quality of our game, the quality of our players, and the quality of our clubs. So Game of the Week means that this game will have a special TV production based here in Ljubljana, but also in Barcelona. And we will deliver, as I said before, this product to almost 120 countries worldwide in the 5 countries. So, and this is the second challenge that we have this year, to produce this game, to offer this game, trying to help the EuroLeague to keep growing as we have been doing in the last years. So I think that it's at this point to recognize the good job that the club is doing. For me, it's very important. We all know that the club has been suffering in the last years. We all were waiting to have a solution for the problems that the club faced in the last years, and we are extremely happy that now the signals and the reality is that there is a new way, and I think that the club will be consolidated, as has been since the beginning, as a European team. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bertanel. Prevod bom govoril takoj potem, da ne bom zdaj motil s tem dolgim tekstom še enkrat, pa dajem besedo še gospodu Radovanu.
Dober večer. Veliko zadovoljstvo mi je, da lahko govorim s slovenskim novinarjem v tej novi dvorani. Jaz bi začel vse skupaj z enim kratkim uvodom, to je z obiskom, ki so ga imela z Janezom Rajgom pri Džordiju v tistih časih pred začetkom lige, ko je praktično Olimpija dosegla dno, se pravi, pristala na dnu in je Džordi dal roko, da bo naredil vse in pomagal vse, da Olimpija stane član Eurolige. Jaz mislim, da je bilo to tisto, kar je dalo tudi Janezu pogum v Olimpijinim funkcionarjem in upravi, da so premaknili ta voz iz tiste mrtve točke, ko je bilo praktično iz dneva v dan vprašanja, bo Olimpija še naslednji dan obstaja, ne. Zato posebna zahvala Džordiju, kako zavezništvo, ki ga imamo, naša liga in Džordiju od samega začetka in tudi Olimpija, takrat, ko sem jaz bil tam kot ustanovitelj Eurolige, to zavezništvo traja in mi bomo njegovo pomoč potrebovali še pri reševanju nekaterih drugih klubov iz tega področja. Veste, da situacija je zelo, zelo težka, vendar je zgodba srečna, bi rekel, vse tako kaže, vse tako se razvija z Olimpijo letos. In v tem prvo bi se zahvalil Džordiju, potem pa je čestital predsedniku Janiju Möderndorferju, Bordu in posebej Janezu za to trmoglavost, za to uspešen preobrat. Mislim pa, da je vse skupaj pogojeno s to novo dvorano, tako da je ta nova dvorana tudi tist temeljni kamen, na katerem gradi Košarkarska zveza z zelo verjetno kandidaturo, se pravi zelo verjetno pridobljeno evropsko prvenstvo. To je ena zgodba, po dolgem času pozitivna za slovensko košarko, po kar lepem obdobju stagnacija, pa celo nazadovanja. Tako da je, bi rekel, pravo zadovoljstvo danes sedeti tu in to povedo. Še enkrat hvala, Džordžu.
Hvala, thank you. Čas za vaše vprašanja, vzeli si bomo 5 minut. Time for the questions, we will have 5 minutes for the questions.
What is the reason why EuroLeague did not react after Baptiste foul on Boston, make this disciplinary judge? And the second question, is possible that EuroLeague will organize the Final Four maybe next year for you?
We understand how disappointed people can be for what happened with Baptiste, with his behavior. And we also are disappointed. But we react. The point is how we can react. And we have to react according with the rules. Sometimes what happens is that the reality, because the reality go always much more fast than the rules. So then we are always learning from the reality. But today the rule that we have is that we cannot correct what the referees decide. This is the rule. Except that the cases when the referees can go to the standard play. This is the only way that the referees can change or have some advice before to take a decision, according to the rules. So what happened with Batiste was a wrong decision made by the referees. We cannot review this decision, because if we review this decision, we have to review each kind of decision made by the referees. So that means that the game never is over. And what we did is to sanction the referees because they did not make a good job at this point. Still, we are disappointed. We all recognize that Batiste deserved